Imagine you're walking home on a cold and windy night. As you're walking, you look up and ponder the stars. It's very dark, and you can see many bright stars. One of them catches your eye. It's brighter than most, and it's twinkling far too fast for a normal star. You stand there and watch it, and it gets larger and larger in the sky. Once it gets close enough, you realize it's a UFO. It has bright lights at the center, and they seem to hypnotize you. You can't seem to move. It extends some kind of energy around you, and you feel your skin tingle as it transports you aboard. It then hastily powers up and launches out of the planet's atmosphere at immense speeds. And you? Well, you're asleep. That is until a sudden noise jolts you awake. As you look around, you realize you're on some kind of alien study bench. And then you realize you're naked. Yeah, I honestly don't know why the aliens removed your clothes. It does make the stick figures easier to draw though. Anyway, you're naked. And then you realize that you don't have your phone with you, which means you cannot record anything, which means your friends are never going to believe you when you get back home. In fact, no one is. Getting up off the workbench, you see two aliens looking at you through an observation window. Looking around the room, there doesn't seem to be any way out. The aliens look kind of funky, but you know that since they're from far away, they must be an advanced interstellar civilization that is several centuries or millennia technologically ahead of humanity. Why? They probably look at us the same way that we would look at monkeys. They must think of you as being unintelligent. So you start thinking of a way to prove your intelligence to these aliens. And then it hits you. Math. See, math, as we speculate, would be a universally agreeable concept. Show any intelligent creature a representation of 1 plus 1 equal to 2, and they will all understand it. Different aliens might of course not understand each other, but they will all understand the concept of 1 plus 1 equal to 2. But you don't have any markers, so you can't write 1 plus 1 equal to 2. And even if you did have any markers, it still wouldn't make a difference because writing 1 plus 1 equal to 2 would not make any sense to these aliens. You instead need to do something more basic. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do in order to survive this situation. Get down on the ground and, just trust me on this, tap the ground. And don't hit the ground. Don't hit the ground. I want you to tap the ground as softly as you can, because we don't want to look as if we're trying to escape. That's something that a savage would do. So instead, I want you to tap the ground once. Now wait a little bit and tap the ground again. Now wait again, and this time tap it twice. Now wait and tap 3 times. Now wait again. Now tap 5 times. Now wait again, and now tap 8 times. Now wait a little bit, tap 10 times, wait a little small amount, and then tap 3 times. So a total of 13 times. By this point, hopefully, the aliens look either excited or confused. We're aiming for excited, but confused is also alright, since at least they'll be thinking about what you just did. Why would they be excited? Well, because that sequence of tap that you just did was a sequence of numbers that is quite mathematically significant. 1 tap was for 1, the second 1 tap was for another 1, and then 2 taps for 2, 3 for 3, 5 for 5, and then 8, and then 13 taps. The next step after that would be 2 sets of 10 taps and a single tap to indicate 21. The sequence that we have here is 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, and so on. This sequence is what we call the Fibonacci sequence. So what's so special about it? Well, as we go on to higher and higher terms, the ratio of consecutive terms approach a constant ratio. What ratio is that? The golden ratio, of course. What's the golden ratio? Well, if you don't know that, check this video on the top right and come back. So anyway, this golden ratio is special. And to generate terms of this sequence, all you have to do is start with 1 comma 1, and then every next term after that is the sum of the last two terms. So we have 1 1, which means the next term is 1 plus 1, which is 2. The term after that is going to be 1 plus 2, which is 3. The next term after that is going to be 2 plus 3, which is 5. And then 3 plus 5, which is 8. 5 plus 8, which is 13, and so on. Alright, I hear you say. But how do we make sure that the aliens get it and that they don't think we're tapping the ground randomly or something? Well, good question. To cement the fact that we know what the golden ratio is to the aliens and that we understand its mathematical significance, we're going to draw something else on the ground. On the ground, take your finger and trace out a regular pentagon. Why a regular pentagon? Well, because of this geometric fact. If we have a regular pentagon of side length 1 and then we draw a diagonal along it, then the diagonal will have a length equal to the golden ratio. Now that we've shown the aliens are intelligent and that we know mathematics, they are much less likely to dissect us. Hopefully they don't. So that is going to be all for this episode here today. The next time maybe we'll learn how to communicate with them more directly, teach them our mathematics, maybe learn some of theirs. We'll work with different bases perhaps. I am planning on making another video. If you would like that, like this video, subscribe, and comment down below that you would like the next video to be out. So that's all for this episode here today. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.